English to Success. Your path to success.
Chapter 1. A New Mission. In the future, the world was very different. People lived in tall cities with flying cars, and robots helped with everyday work. But one thing was the same. Humans still dreamed of exploring the stars. Lena was a young girl who loved space. She spent her days reading about distant planets and dreaming of becoming an astronaut. She lived in a big city on Earth, but her heart was in the stars. One day, while Lena was looking at the stars through her telescope, a strange light appeared in the sky. It was brighter than any star she had ever seen. Suddenly, her phone beeped. It was a message from her best friend, Max. "Lena, turn on the news! Big news!" Lena quickly turned on the TV. The news anchor was talking about a new mission to a mysterious planet, Planet X. "We've just discovered a new planet far from Earth," the anchor said. "A team of astronauts will leave in a few weeks to explore it." Lena's eyes grew wide. "Planet X," she whispered. "I've always wanted to go there. Maybe I can be a part of the mission." Chapter 2. The Invitation. Lena couldn't stop thinking about Planet X. The next day, she visited the Space Center with Max. They loved to visit the center because it was filled with space rockets and strange machines. While they were looking at a new rocket, a man in a spacesuit walked up to them. He had a friendly smile. "Hello, young explorers," he said. "I'm Captain Cole. I work on the mission to Planet X." Lena's heart raced. "Are you really going to Planet X?" she asked. Captain Cole nodded. "Yes. We leave in a few weeks. We need brave and smart people for this mission. Would you like to join us?" Lena could hardly believe it. "Me? Really?" she asked. Captain Cole smiled. "Yes, Lena, you've always dreamed of exploring space. Now is your chance." Lena was excited. "I'll do it. I'll be part of the team." Chapter 3. The Training. Lena and Max were chosen to join the mission to Planet X. They couldn't believe it. They spent the next few weeks training at the Space Center. They learned how to use spacesuits, operate rockets, and solve problems that could happen in space. Max was good with technology. He learned how to fix the rocket and make sure everything worked correctly. Lena was great at solving puzzles and thinking quickly. She was excited to use her skills on the mission. Every day they worked hard, but they had fun too. They watched movies about space, played games that helped them think like astronauts, and practiced using the tools they would need for the journey. Finally, the big day arrived. The rocket was ready to leave Earth. Lena and Max said goodbye to their families and friends. They climbed into the rocket with the rest of the crew, including Captain Cole, Dr. Ivy, a scientist, and Leo, a robot expert. The countdown began. 10, 9, 8, the voice said. Lena's heart raced. This was it, the adventure of a lifetime. 3, 2, 1, lift off! The rocket soared into the sky. Lena looked out of the window and saw Earth getting smaller and smaller. She was leaving her home, but she was ready for the biggest adventure ever. Chapter 4. The Journey Through Space. Space was amazing. Lena looked out of the rocket window and saw stars everywhere. It was quiet, peaceful, and beautiful. For days, the team traveled through space. They passed by moons, asteroids, and comets. They even saw a huge space station that was home to astronauts from different countries. Lena spent her time learning more about the planets and stars. Max worked with Leo, the robot expert, to keep the rocket running smoothly. Captain Cole and Dr. Ivy taught Lena and Max about Planet X. The planet is very far away, Captain Cole explained. We will need to be careful. We don't know much about it, but we do know it has strange weather and mysterious animals. Lena was both excited and a little nervous. What if we get lost? She asked. Dr. Ivy smiled. Don't worry, Lena. We have the best team. We will be ready for anything. They traveled for what seemed like forever. But each day, Lena felt more and more excited to meet whatever Planet X had in store. She spent her nights looking out at the endless stars, imagining the strange new world they were heading toward. Chapter 5. The First Glimpse of Planet X. After many days in space, the rocket finally reached the solar system of Planet X. The planet was huge and very far away, but they could see it getting closer. It was covered in clouds, and it looked mysterious. Look! There it is! Max shouted. Lena looked out of the window and saw Planet X for the first time. It was a giant blue and green planet. There were huge storms in the sky, and the clouds were thick. We are getting close, Captain Cole said. Prepare for landing. The crew worked together to make sure everything was ready for landing. Lena was excited, but also a little nervous. She had never been to a planet before. As the rocket landed on the surface of Planet X, Lena and Max couldn't wait to step outside. They put on their spacesuits, opened the door, and stepped onto the strange planet. The ground was soft, and the air smelled different. The sky was a strange color, and the clouds seemed to move by themselves. Lena took a deep breath. We're on Planet X, she said, smiling. Chapter 6. Strange Creatures. The crew started to explore the surface of Planet X. They saw many strange things. There were giant plants with glowing flowers, and the trees had thick purple leaves. The ground was soft and spongy, like walking on a trampoline. As they explored, they heard strange sounds in the distance. Suddenly, a huge creature appeared. It was tall, with shiny scales, and it had 4 legs. It looked like a giant dinosaur, but it was friendly. Wow, look at that, Max said. Dr. Ivy pulled out her equipment to study the creature. This is amazing, she said. It's a new species. Lena was excited. She had never seen anything like it before. What is it? She asked. We don't know yet, Dr. Ivy replied. But we'll learn about it. The creature walked around them, sniffing the air. It seemed curious but friendly. Lena gently touched its scales, and the creature didn't mind. It made a soft, happy sound. The team continued their journey, seeing more strange creatures and plants. Some were friendly, and some were a little scary, but they were all new and exciting. Chapter 7. The Mystery of Planet X. As the team explored deeper into the planet, they started to notice something strange. There were huge, ancient buildings hidden in the jungle. They were covered with vines, but they looked like they had been built by someone long ago. "We need to investigate these," Captain Cole said. "There might be important information about Planet X here." They carefully walked inside one of the buildings. The walls were covered with strange symbols, and there were glowing lights on the floor. "This is incredible," Dr. Ivy said. "These buildings must be thousands of years old." Lena and Max explored the rooms. In one room, they found a map of the planet. It showed places that were not on Earth's map. They could see strange landmarks like giant mountains and huge lakes, but the most surprising thing was a large red dot on the map. "That must be important," Max said. "Let's go there," Captain Cole agreed. "We'll head there tomorrow. Let's rest for now." Chapter 8. The Red Dot. The next day, the team set off to find the red dot on the map. They traveled through the jungle, walking for hours. The trees were tall, and the air was warm and thick. Finally, they reached the spot marked with the red dot. It was a giant mountain, taller than anything on Earth. There was a cave at the base of the mountain, and the entrance was glowing with a strange light. "This is it," Lena said. "This is the place." They carefully entered the cave. Inside, they found more strange symbols on the walls. The light was coming from crystals that glowed brightly. At the end of the cave, they found a door made of shiny metal. It was locked, but there was a button next to it. Lena pressed the button, and the door opened. Behind the door, they found something amazing: an ancient spaceship long forgotten. "This is the key to understanding Planet X," Captain Cole said. "We've found something incredible." Chapter 9. The Secret of Planet X. The team learned that the ancient spaceship had once been used by explorers from another galaxy. The symbols they found were a message from these explorers. They had traveled to Planet X many years ago and left behind a message for future travelers. The message said that Planet X was a place of great power. It had strange energy that could help people, but it was also dangerous. If the wrong people found it, they could use the energy for evil. Captain Cole and the team realized they had to protect Planet X. They couldn't let anyone misuse its power. Chapter 10. Returning Home. After a long and exciting journey, the team decided to return to Earth. They had learned so much about Planet X, and they were ready to share their discoveries with the world. As they boarded the rocket to return home, Lena looked out the window one last time. Planet X was still there, mysterious and full of secrets. But now she knew its secrets. "I will never forget this adventure," Lena said, smiling. "It's just the beginning."